Hello and welcome to the Geo Pro 19BH. Coming up front here, we have a light underneath just in case you need to hook up at night. Then you have your retract and extend for your power tongue jack. Right behind this little tab here, what this is going to be a manual override just in case this ever electrically goes out. You can take this tab off and then you can go ahead and raise and lower it from here. Behind here, we're going to turn on our tester tank. When it switches to the right, this will eventually turn red once you use the gas out of the system because this does not have any gas in it, but it's still going to stay green because we just purged it with the gas here. So all this is doing is showing you that it has gas going through it, and then of course when this one runs out, you just got to flip it. It'll start to read this one. Coming behind here, you are going to have your battery. You have your docking lights here, so that's just going to be the front cap. You have all your extras in here. You have an extra gas hose, and if you want to take out the front, put a front wheel on, you have all that. Coming over to your water heater here. There we are. So this is going to be called an anode rod. All this does is when you put it into here, this is a 1 1/16 socket. Go ahead and tighten that down. The hard water, if you're at a campground and the water's not, very good, I should say, this is going to take all the beating rather than your tank. So this will deteriorate over time and it'll save your tank from doing that. So to turn the water heater on, go ahead and turn the hot side of the faucet on, and then it'll sputter for a little while, and then go ahead and once it has a steady flow of water coming out, turn the water heater switch on inside, and then this will start to heat up. When you want to take it out, go ahead and pull the pressure release valve. That'll kill all the pressure. You'll hear it hiss out. Take your socket, take this out, all the water will empty, and then pull that tab again and more water will end up coming out. Water does get stagnant, so just make sure to empty it. This is going to be your fresh tank fill. So this is just going to be a gravity fill. So if you want to take water with you, let's say you're going out to the middle of nowhere, go ahead and fill that up with just a hose. It's just a gravity fill. And then once that's full, go ahead and turn on the water pump inside, and that'll push water through your systems. For TV outside, you have your cable and satellite plugs here. The other one's going to look just like that. And then you have your city water connections. So that's what this is going to be. If you go to a campground, this is going to be your main source of water. Hook your campground water up to here. And then this is going to be your antifreeze inlet. So it says close the valve to the tank. And then of course, you hook your hose up to here into your jug of antifreeze, and then turn that pump on and it'll start going. Your freshwater drain is going to be right there. So all you gotta do is pull that tab, and then you'll be good to go. Outside shower, you have a hot side and a cold side. And then you have a shower head as well. You have your charger here. Your sewer system, you have your gray pull tab here, and then your black pull tab here. So for your gray tank water, I'd recommend doing that last because that's the cleanest water. So go ahead and do the black tank first, black tank flush, which we'll get to in just a second, and then go ahead and finish off with the gray tank. This does have a backup camera accessibility. So if you do purchase the backup camera, all you gotta do is pop that plate off and go ahead and plug it in. For the black tank flush, you just put that pressurized hose up to here, and then what this will do is this turns on a sprinkler inside of that black tank to help get the rest of the toilet paper and crud off that got stuck to the sides. This is going to be for, let's say, your either table or your grill, whatever it is. It's just a top down. I don't really like the idea of it flexing on your fiberglass because it'll warp over time. It's all personal preference. 110 outlets. And then if you do hook that grill up, you have your LP down here for the gas. your tires are going to be filled with nitrogen. That's what that green cap indicates. But you are able to fill it up with regular air. This is going to be a furnace exhaust, so this does get very hot. So if there's any little kids in the area or people that don't know, always warn them of this. Then you have your low point drains underneath here. Go ahead, take those caps off, and then that'll end up draining both your hot and cold side. So if you do go to winterize your systems, these are going to be the lowest points inside of the trailer. So go ahead and do that, and then you should be good to go. Here's that table, and then your griddle is going to be right inside that box there. And if you do get another solar panel, you just have to make sure it fits that outlet and just plug it right into there. For the top of the awning here, see that little black tab? All you want to do is pull that off, and then if this ever electrically goes out, that is going to be a manual override as well. For the steps here, make sure your door is all the way open, because otherwise this will end up clipping here. But go ahead and pull the blue tab. All you gotta do is reach, pull this down, and make sure this is flush with the door frame here. Otherwise, it will rip off the fur piece and then the rubber piece if it's not flush. Coming inside your unit here, up on the left side, these are gonna be all your lights. All they are is their little clicks. They're not actual flips. Up here you have your water pump, so that's with the fresh tank, gas and electric for your water heater, and then your tank heater. So this is what's gonna warm up underneath of your camper. Just so if you do end up camping somewhere fairly cold, you can try and keep it from freezing or whatnot. So this is gonna be your awning. So for your awning, as soon as that flap comes down and you start to see the beginning of the black pole, that's when you are gonna wanna cut it right there. Just like that. Then to pitch it for the rain, go ahead and just pull down. And then it'll pitch. You don't want to keep extending, otherwise it will roll in the opposite way, and then you'll have a big mess to deal with. Coming inside to your AC here, everything's going to be labeled. All you gotta do is turn, and then your heating and cooling is going to be right here. Going over here to your thermostat, all you gotta do, cool, and then warmer. All you gotta do is switch that around. This is going to be for your solar. Obviously it's not working right now because it's cloudy and rainy today, but within the last 2 hours of sunlight, I recommend hitting this max boost button, and that'll pull the maximum power to charge up your batteries again. For your stove, all you gotta do is press and turn, and you have to light it with your own lighter, but everything's labeled right on top of there. Fridge, you got your controls on the right side. This is your foot flush toilet. All you gotta do is press that down. What you're gonna need for this is toilet solution, along with RV grade toilet paper. The toilet paper helps break down so it doesn't clog your systems, and the solution will help break down solids and smells. For your radio, all you gotta do is click that. It'll say welcome. Zone 1 is gonna be inside, zone 2 is gonna be outside speakers. Then you have your Bluetooth, AM, FM, and then your aux. Turn off, all you gotta do is hold. TV on the right side here. Everything's gonna be labeled. You also have a remote for it. For your keys, it's for your door. Also, for most of these lights, they have a little center button that you can click, So you can help section off different areas of your camper.